Now at 5 a.m. on WKYT this morning, the gunman has been identified in the shooting deaths of 4 Marines at a Tennessee Navy facility.
Emergency officials say the pilot of an amphibious plane was able to walk away after a hard landing on Laurel Lake.
And we'll tell you how WKYT and the American Red Cross are joining forces to show victims of this week's floods that Kentucky cares.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
It's Friday. Good morning and welcome in as we head for the weekend. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. Yeah, the weekend is right there. We're right on the cusp, and we're looking for some pretty decent weather.
Yeah, nice improvements. I mean, last weekend we were beginning that horribly rainy period that led to all that flash flooding. Let's check in with meteorologist Micah Harris in our First Alert Weather Center.
It looks like we're going to have 3 consecutive days of mainly dry conditions. We can't rule out a shower or thunderstorm as we approach the evening hours. For the most part, we do stay dry. There's your look outside on Defender. Look at your temperatures, 60s and even a couple of 70-degree readings here and there on some people's backyard thermometer. We get in toward the afternoon, 90 degrees. It's mainly dry. We can't rule out a stray shower or thunderstorm. And we'll talk all about your weekend. Does it stay this way? Does it get better rain chances? I'll have all that in just a few minutes.
Okay, we'll see you then, and we thank you. And this morning we're learning more about the man who the FBI says killed 4 Marines and wounded 3 other people in Chattanooga.
The suspected gunman, Mohammed Yusuf Abdulaziz, is also dead. The FBI is investigating the crime as terrorism. The 24-year-old was born in Kuwait and had Jordanian citizenship. He was a naturalized U.S. citizen. His high school yearbook photo said, quote, "My name causes national security alerts." The investigation is just beginning. The FBI is trying to determine what motivated him to kill. The Islamic Society of Central Kentucky tells WKYT they're joining together today to remember the victims in Tennessee. 3,000 people are expected to gather at Heritage Hall just before 9 o'clock this morning. They say they'll pray for the Tennessee victims and their families. They're also joining together today because today is the last day of Ramadan.
Other news now, a search effort is continuing after the devastating flash flood in Johnson County. And we're learning more about some incredible stories of survival.
Yeah, one woman says her family had to actually cut open a hole in their roof. Can you imagine, to survive when their home was just flooded out? Michelle Chamberlain tells us how they managed to stay safe and how WKYT and the American Red Cross are joining forces today. Good morning.
Good morning. As the people of Johnson County begin to recover from the flooding damage, we are hearing stories of survival during this heartbreaking time. Marilyn Stanbaugh says she and her family were inside their home on Monday night when the water quickly rose. She says it came up to her neck at one point and was close to the ceiling. She recalls that it seemed like no one would make it out alive.
There were no way. It was moving too fast. If you'd have got out, you'd have went with it. And I said, if I'm going to die, I'll die here. I don't want to be there. They won't find you.
Want to help families like Marilyn's and other flood victims who need it the most at this time. We will be joining forces with American Red Cross to show victims of the floods like Marilyn that Kentucky cares. Volunteers will take donations over the phone from a special donation call center in our studios. Money raised will go to the American Red Cross Disaster Relief Fund. So if you'd like to help, please call between these hours of noon and 6:30 today. You can call 859-299-5455 or toll free at 1-855-257-2700. Now, this is our way to help those who lost their homes or were impacted by the floods. Any donation you can give will help. At the live desk, Michelle Chamberlain, WKYT.
Michelle, thank you very much. And search efforts also continue in Johnson County for one of the last people still unaccounted for after the storms.
Police say 34-year-old Scott Johnson is the only person confirmed to be missing at this point. You're taking a look at his photo. His father says Kevin says he disappeared while trying to save his family. Kevin says Scott tried to save his grandmother and a young boy from the raging floodwaters. While the boy survived, Scott's grandmother, Willa Mae Pennington, died in the floods. We'll have the latest on the search coming up at 5:30. The country music duo Sunday Best is planning a concert to help Johnson County flood victims. The concert scheduled for 7 o'clock Wednesday night at Johnson Central High School. Admission is free, but organizers are asking for donations at the gate. All of those will go to people affected by the flooding.
An investigation is underway this morning after a small plane made an uncontrolled landing on Laurel Lake. That happened about 6:30 yesterday. The county emergency management director says an amphibious plane landed near the Holly Bay Boat Ramp Marina. Fortunately, the plane's pilot walked away unharmed.
It was sinking, so the guy said that he was okay, but he had hit a log when he was trying to land, and so he was, shook up, but he's lucky to be alive.
Landing a plane on Laurel Lake is against the law, so the pilot could now face charges. The Federal Aviation Administration is investigating.
A grand jury indicted a man charged in connection to a deadly hit-and-run in Scott County that killed a cyclist. Our news partners at the Herald-Leader report Odilon Paz Salvador has been indicted on murder, wanton endangerment, and leaving the scene of an accident charges. A judge set a $500,000 bond for him. Police say that back in May, Paz Salvador hit and killed Mark Hinkle, who was riding in the Horsey 100 at the time. Police say Paz Salvador, who is from Mexico, did not have a driver's license.
Now 5:06 on WKYT this morning. Police have now issued a golden alert for a missing Russell County man. Jamestown police say 57-year-old Thomas Polston was reported missing on Wednesday. Polston suffers from severely high blood pressure, and that requires daily medication. Police have not released any details about where and when Polston was last seen.
Well, the Salvation Army says they've got a problem with thieves in Richmond. Surveillance video shows some of the thefts at the organization's drop box. The Salvation Army says during the 4th of July weekend, 8 people drove up to the drop box and took clothes, computers, chairs, desks, and other items. Those items would have been sold in the Salvation Army store to help others.
It may have been a few $100s, but those few $100s go a long way with helping somebody with rent and utility assistance, or helping somebody else have some clothes that they might not have had.
The Salvation Army spokesperson says incidents like this have happened before, but nothing of this magnitude.
A Lexington teacher and coach says the community has stepped up to help after his basement wall collapsed during the heavy rain. Tim Wiesenhan works at Lexington Catholic High School. The collapse on Monday left him with a $25,000 repair bill, and he says insurance won't cover it. He says a GoFundMe page set up for him is coming to the rescue.
I've had so much help. It's been fantastic. The positive side is that I was overwhelmed with offers of places to stay. My phone was just blowing up. My Facebook page was blowing up.
Wiesenhan says the GoFundMe page has already raised more than $16,000. Obviously a well-liked guy.
Yeah,
I'd say so. All right, 5:07 the time.
Well, major Lexington intersection will be closing today, and it's all part of widening and construction project.
The old Frankfort Pike Bridge and nearby New Circle Road ramps will be closed through Monday. WKYT's Mark Barber is joining us live now on how you can avoid a traffic nightmare potentially this weekend. Mark, good morning.
Good morning, Bill. For those drivers who want to avoid the traffic trouble here, for those road closures at Frankfort Pike, they will want to take Enterprise Drive. From there, traffic is being detoured outbound over to Alexandria Drive. So that's your best bet as to get around all the traffic construction that's going to be happening right here. Now, if you do drive through this area this weekend, you will need to find one of those alternate routes, because starting at 7 p.m., road crews will close Old Frankfort Pike from Enterprise Drive to New Circle Road. The outer loop's ramps to and from the bridge will also be closed, but the inner loops will stay open. Now, crews are shutting down the new Frankfort Pike Bridge so they can widen the on and off ramps. Crews will be working around the clock to finish the reconstruction project this weekend. Now, all the roads here will be reopened by 6 a.m. on Monday. Now, one thing that crews are doing is they are changing the location of these on and off ramps, so they are cautioning drivers to pay extra attention when they're taking these new ramps as soon as that opens on Monday. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
All right, heads up for that.
Yeah,
a lot going on that side of town with the continuous construction.
Yeah.
You drive through that. And, of course, the fair is continuing out there as well.
Yeah, the Bluegrass Fair.
Yep. All right. WKYT this morning on your Friday is just getting started. Great to have you with us.
Derby season, of course, over in Kentucky, but Californians have just started getting it on. We'll show you all the hats that kicked off their season.
And after last year's popular wasabi ginger potato chips, Frito-Lay has opened up their competition again. Coming up, we'll tell you about the flavor finalists.
Yeah, when you start off around 70 degrees outside during the morning hours, here, you know something's on the way. And we're looking at very warm temperatures I'll have that and these big changes coming up.